start the recording.
Recording. Okay.
And pause it again. Since we've got about a couple minutes to go. Why don't you pause it again?
Okay.
That stops
So
it.
that would be.
Hey, okay, good, easy. I recommend if you want to say Zara, that's fine. Okay. Ready? Okay, good. Everybody up. And, okay. Let's everybody come on in. We'll make a circle so we can actually hold hands. So something we've been doing lately. Okay, so the person on your left holds you. You hold the person on your right. okay? And you're holding with weight, but you're not kind of resisting the movement. So what we're going to do right here, all right, boom, is really good. All right. And let's change. So we reverse roles, reverse hands. Okay, now, if you start to try to anticipate, know what I mean, in the moment there is a kind of a wave that happens. Now, a couple of things. It appears, it appears to happen out here, but really easy. Start to feel your weight under. Okay, now right about there is a little bit of confusion as to which way the wave goes. Now the wave's going both ways, but what we really want to be able to do right here is just, okay, there's a harmony that the group feels. Okay, let me go here. Which way is it going to go? Okay, so I hold and held. Okay. Boom. And so what happens when I get a little too into trying to figure it out, I get the facts, but I leave the experience of it. So, okay, so here I'm holding on the left and held on the right. Okay. And that's about it. What we're really doing is we're changing. Okay, sorry. Linear brain sometimes gets confused. All right. Okay, all right. So one of the things we're doing, several, for example, here we tend to go this way, but it starts with that depth. Okay, now then we form that motion. Then we add a pivot. Okay, and for most people, it tends to start here. When it starts, boom. Gravity, boom. Boom, that sort of motion. Okay, so we're just going to start out with the base. Now, as I said, I haven't done anything with the hand yet. Weight is under, boom, and we get that motion. There's a turn, there's a pivot. Okay, all right? So we're just going to start out with that basic blend. Involves that motion, but before, I'm getting into this too quick. Okay, boom, then we add that. Then we add the turn and the pivot. Okay, so let's pair up. Okay, good. How's the hair so far here? Okay. I'm Stephen Curry. You're my fashion designer. Okay, all right. Yeah. See, the first movement is not with your hand. First movement is that weight under, and then the hand. Right? Now the other thing right there. I'm not going to shoot myself. I'm going to get off the line with my line throw. Number throwing. That motion. Okay. Huh? So, you scope it out. All I'm doing is that, boom, is that weight under. Just jam me up. I'm going to get out of the way. I don't shoot myself with my own photon torpedo, so to speak. Okay. Okay. Let's got one here. Okay. Now you're starting to turn too quick. There's no turn yet. Now just the beginnings of the turn. Now keep holding till you feel it. Other than that, we get the idea of it. Hold firm, good, boom. You're in the feel experience of it. There's a big tremor. We don't argue whether or not there's an earthquake or not. Okay, collective feel experience. Just a little bit more deceptive because, you know. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, do that motion like this, just to clean that up a bit. Good. The first movement is made grounding, and then that motion, and then that motion. And we miss that and get into the outer movement, okay? Yeah. Okay. Now let's stay to the pattern, which is yeah. Okay. So right about here, mirror the knee. So point base. Now the first motion is the gravity effect. Okay. Good. Now then the hand, and then you're going to turn and you're going to pivot it. Good. Now right there, there's more alignment. There's no static state. Okay. Ooh, okay. Even though you don't know it, there's a circle going on. You don't right now start to move in that circle. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now you're out here. Gravity starts from your feet, not up here. Okay. Now, good. Nice. You're touching the circle. You're not moving yet. There's an energy circle around. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, good enough. Okay. Now what we're going to do a little bit, we'll just swinging the arm. Now it looks like the movement's out there, but wait, and then that motion. Everything kind of starts with something you don't see. It's in my ground. I'm too caught up out there. I learned the movement out there, but I may not learn the secret. Ground, gravity, whatever you want to call it. And this is the movement that opens out. Swing the arm, no, boom. There's some turn here, but ground, boom. We got that motion. Huh? Now here, for example, that's already going on. If you watch Ocean say a lot, you know, he's coming to attack. It's like an energy river that's there. Okay? So they come into attack. Some of a sudden, boom. As you get a little better, you know, then the idea of it gets you in trouble. Right about here. Huh? So this is the movement outside. Okay. Okay. Let's change partners. Spread out. Got a lot of room. Different partners. Well, good. Now let's try a couple. Now, there's a tendency to be visual. Okay. I look out there, but then I'm out there. Feel the weight underneath you. Okay. We tend to think about God. Okay. So, yeah. Feel the weight under. Okay, now keep going. Yeah. Well, take my phone out. Right. Okay, now, what's the movement out there? Push, feel your weight under. Okay, there. Okay, fine. Right. Now, grab on. Take some weight. Yeah. And boom. A little blip. Right? Now, but it starts out with the grounding. And there's some motion. Okay, good. Yes. All right. Ground, relax, get the weight under. Very good. I'll try that with Paul here. Yeah.
Forget your phone.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to forget my phone. Yeah. Relax even more. Okay. Yeah, okay. He doesn't want me to mention the Dover thing if I talk to my sister. I was saying, what?
Do you have your warrior staff in here?
Do I have my what?
Warrior staff.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Stand up, touch the leg. Okay. Now, if you, a good one is already caught up in this. Okay. Now I go to this is, what are we doing? Well, there's energy. Okay. Now we're all matter and energy. Okay. But for example, this is kind of like catching them up in an energy pull through an energy wave. Okay. Einstein postulated the existence of gravity waves. The gravity wave is just gravity, but matter and energy move in a wave when there's a gravity wave. Here, what we're doing is creating a gravity river. Okay? It holds firm. Okay, there's still that going on. It takes a little bit of practice because I go out there, I tense, I try to move my this, gravity wave. All right? Both of my original teachers were Americans. They didn't get caught up in Japanese art. They noticed that Osensei was doing something that was not necessarily Japanese. Okay? And what they both noticed, there were Japanese teachers with very strong technique. And there were Japanese teachers with lots of ki or energy in their technique. But what Osensei was doing was different. Robert Fraser said that, he'd attack, all of a sudden he'd go flying. He didn't feel the technique or the key, it just was something going on. And Nado Sensei went there and he said, I'm going to get black belts, 3rd degree in karate, judo, aikido. And he went to JKA headquarters, and the karate chief instructors there were really good. Then he went to the Kodokan to do judo, but they were really good. But he said, if I were here for 10 years, I could do some of that. But then here he saw Osensei and didn't know why. I don't know that I could do that in 50 years or 100 years. What's he doing? Okay, so right about here. Okay, he's coming in. Boom. Doesn't matter really. He's holding. Boom. He has come in with the intent to attack. Doesn't matter. I've got my basic ground. I use the term ground. I got gravity. Okay. If I can create a gravity wave or river, matter and energy will move according to that. Okay, so we're going to change partner, and let's keep the throws. Now that first one he let go, but the gravity river kept take him anyway because he's matter and energy. Okay, right? Mind is kind of like the space-time grid. Matter and energy is body. Okay, so we're saying right here. Okay, let's keep the throws just simply here. This is the same movement with a step back. Left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. Got it? Good. Okay, good. Okay. Trying to do what Osensei did, which is kind of like, he's got better technique than me. He's got stronger key than me. No, well, you know, Sensei said anybody can do this. All right. He said, I'm not teaching, I'm spiritual, but I'm not teaching religion, teaching what do you call spiritual science. Okay, so let's keep the same partner. Let's say change, but keep the same partner. Do the step back standing version. Okay. Do a couple and then change. You know, right, left, and then change the roles. Yeah. Okay, good. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Doctor, I think you're supposed to grab him. Yeah. Take it. Take it slow. Take the step. Good. Yeah, the rolls are getting smoother. Good. Very good. Now, move. Okay, good. Good. Now, you get in the middle because you're going to be flipping him. Okay. All right. If you get too close to a wall, it's not going to work. As you know, yeah. Okay, and now get your left side ready. Let's go right side. Okay, get your left. So get it. Timing wise is coming in. Good. Now get your right side ready. Okay, good. Okay. Now, one of the things right here, the legs can't be too straight. Boom. But you don't drop your weight. Okay. One of the things that both Robert Fraser and Robert Nadeau, they were my first two teachers. They were Americans. They said it was different. The docent again said the top judo, top karate. But yeah, you know, I could be closer to them in 10 years. But he said, oh, something, I have no idea. You know, so we're here, and all of a sudden, if you come on in this way, it's this movement, right? They said, how's he doing that? They had no idea. You could explain it, strong technique, strong key, whatever it is. It was different. Okay, so there was something he was doing with energy. All right. Something he was doing with energy, anybody could do. But they didn't. They studied other things, right? Some of which you need. But okay, let's say you're up, Paul. So same thing here. You roll right to roll left. So once you move back a little bit. Okay, so yeah, you don't want to be thrown into a wall. You're coming in to grab his wrist. Okay, now you're going to step into it. Very good. Okay, good. Now you're going to attack the other side. So, you know, whoops, is that the same side or no? Okay, all right, good. Okay, relax and breathe. Yeah, good. Okay, now you're going to attack again. You're going to be rolling right, left, right. Good, 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 good. Okay, now, one of the things right there, come with me, so you're going to attack, okay? Okay, now right here, take a bigger step. Take a bigger step. Good. Take it all a little lower, Put your knee down. This one down and roll. Yeah. So you're starting to launch. That means your rolls are getting better, but you're a little bit heavier yourself. Okay? It's still a basic roll, so you're coming in this direction. Big step, but now lower. Okay, yeah. You don't want to be going bump, bump, bump. If you're doing bump, 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 slow the roll down. Okay, all right, but that's good. Your rolls are getting much smoother and more natural. Okay. Okay, now one thing right here. Let's say you turn, but bend your knees without setting your weight or without lifting you. Okay, that's a very important one. I'll put that forward. So you put the hand out, got my attention now. Boom, you're gonna turn and step back, back, to this foot, good. Now, you're gonna bend your knees, but you're not gonna sit. Yes, that motion like this. Okay, so when you finish, you don't want the legs straight, but you also don't want to drop your weight. Boom. Okay, all right. Good. Okay, now, let's just say you're here. How do I start the movement? Look. It looks like that's starting it, but really wasn't. You settle, get your way, and it's almost like in that, there's a tremor. There's a tremor right there. Boom. Boom. Okay, and then we can go. So you got that movement. Okay, now we started from a little bit more distance, right? We started from a little bit more distance. Look out, okay. But your weight must start right under you. Okay, not drop your weight. If I drop my weight, I set my weight, my energy freezes. Okay. Okay. Right? Okay. So freer, freer, freer. Okay, other side, come on. Now, if you do that, what happens if you do that? Okay, it catches on to it. Okay, if you do that, right? Okay, it's almost like I'm driving a forklift. You grab onto the forklift moves. It's different than you're trying to jerk the arm. Boom. Okay, right? Easy, easy. Okay, that's better. Now, ready on the other side. Yeah. That's better. Okay. Smoother. You don't want to have too many bounces in the roll. You're getting better. Okay. If you start to bounce a bit, then slow it down, get a little lower. Okay. But that's good. Okay. Okay. Now, what we're going to try, let's just say somebody comes on in, grabs your right hand with their right, and they're going to come around to pin your other hand. Okay. Or he grabs his left and he grabs the other hand. It's a rear tap. Okay. Now, weakness, a lot of times, we get in a cage and we do this stuff. But a lot of those guys get surprised in the street because, they don't see the attacker. And they're used to, boxing and wrestling. So now from here, boom. Just with your easy ground, boom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my hip Now he's on my left side. My left side, the rear attack. What do I do here? Well, first of all, boom. Extend the arms in front. But right here, he can't roll. I'm standing there, so I'm going to rotate my hip, get him to my right side, my right foot steps. Okay? See, we think in terms of ki, and we think ki is energy. But ki could be space-time. And if space-time curves, matter and energy move. I think that's what Osensei was doing. He was the other half of the unified field theory. Okay, most of the time, mass, energy curves space-time, create gravity. But space-time, curves creates movement in matter and energy. Okay? Huh? So we're going to start out, grabs here, okay. What's my first move? Now to get in the shoulders, easy ground, boom. Remember this first and then this, okay, from the front. I'm too quick with that motion, boom, there's that motion, then we do this. From the back, I'm too quick with that motion, boom. Then this. Oh, I don't want to try to throw him because, you know, he's right behind me. So I'm going to rotate, get it over. So both of my hands are free. Right side, stepping right side. Boom. But little tremor. You feel it. I don't want to create an earthquake. I don't think I'm that good. Okay. Extend the arms. Rotate so that this doesn't hit you on the head. Hands are here. I turned over to the left side and we go that way. Okay? All right? So we're going to try to keep the throws this way. You know, we're going to just a little bit. Come on. We're going to be moving a little bit more in a circle. We'll do this in groups. But start out that way. Okay? Let's change partners. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It was nice and smooth. We take it slower. Okay. If you're finding yourself bouncing a little much, you slow it down. You don't.
How do you slow?
What?
How do you slow it down?
You calm down. Right now, just relax. Feel your feet without setting your weight. A little like the meditation bell. How do you hear silence? How do you hear sound vibration? Okay, so the same thing. How do you slow down? As you breathe, open, time slows down. Okay, just grabbing me. I can't, time is too fast. Nothing's happening. Okay, a little slower. Okay, so right here, okay, I initially do. I'm holding with some weight, but I'm trying to do it. Now, relax and easy. Good. You don't have to do that fast, but the movement, from my perspective, seems very fast. Okay, what happened? All right, we'll try it again. Good, now, boom. Okay, good. Now, extend. Now, rotate your hip. Now, you're going to go step forward with your right foot. Take a step, but keep it ground. Boom. Okay, and then that motion. Okay, now we're going to go the other way. Right there, easy, start good now. You're going to rotate trips to the left, make sure, good. Now you're going to step with the left foot. Yes. Okay. And it's really about that speed. I'm tying myself up a knot, so I just have to remember the things are slower. Okay? And they're slower relative to what? My consciousness. When it's too much out there, then everything is too fast. But as I start to get a little calmer within here, that slows down. Okay? It slows down. Now, easy right there. Good. Now extend or turn. You chose the direction. Good. And then you're going to step it. Yeah. See that motion right there? It's about that speed. If you try to move faster than that, you can't tell. Okay? Well, what does it start with? It starts with yes. Good. Now turn the other way. Good, 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 good. Feel that motion? That's about how fast it is. Okay, now, mind too busy and too outside. Easy. Like the bell. You start to hear the silence. You start to feel the sound. Okay? All right, keep going. Okay, let's everybody watch for this. Okay? Okay? All right, so I'm holding this. There's this motion, and there's that motion. Now, what I work on when I swing the sword, not putting my weight out there. Boom. Vibration. The motion, the wave goes up and down. And as much as he's out there, that's the sword. There's a vibration inside me. Boom. Boom. It's outside. It's two mantle, just up here and out there. Boom. Okay? So David grabs my wrist, pull firm. This is that vibration. You grab my wrist and hold firm. Firm, firm, firm out there. Boom. Other. Good, 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 good. Boom. Boom. Well, Shiba did a lot of work with a sword and spear. Okay. Okay, so grab on firm. Try to match my grip. Yeah. Firmer, 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 firmer. Boom. Okay? That is what we call the closing motion of the sword. Okay? It's vibration. Okay? Boom. Then we got whatever movement we got. Boom. Boom. It starts with ground. Easy. Okay? Now, you hold that. David comes in with his right hand. And he comes around, grabs with the left. What do we? Boom. And then we have that motion. Now what we're going to do, he comes in with his left. We're going to go here, and I'm going to extend right here. But there's that vibration. It's part of the throw. It's not an idea. Like if there was a tremor, which I don't want to invoke, okay, California. I just imagine that, and I felt it. And be ready on the other side. A little bit more motion. Other hand. Sorry. All right. And here. Boom, 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 boom. And over here. Okay. Now take it slow. Come in with your right hand. So come around to grab my left. Good. Now you're going to step into it with your left foot. Good. Right. Now you come in with your left hand. Left hand. Yeah. Now you're going to come to the right. Good. Now I'm going to step into it with your right foot. That's all you got to know. Now for her, I'm coaching a little bit. I'm coming in to trap and come around you. Okay. Now what you can do is make it hard for me to move a little bit. Now when I get behind you, keep me extended out. Oh, okay. Now step into it with your left foot. I can't roll because I got all this sound equipment on. Okay. Yeah, I know. Now this time, for example, turn face me. I'm going to come in this way. Now turn with me a little bit, make it harder for me. Now finally, now when I go behind you, keep it extended. I catch this. Now step into it with your good. And there's that motion. Okay? That's all it is. Okay. This is a lot of matter and energy, if you haven't noticed. Okay, all right. What we're creating is a gravity spiral. The gravity wave. I'm trying not to deal with his weight, but I have to deal with his mass and his energy. I can create, for example, an energy pulse right here. If I try to move his weight, I shift into weight. I want to clear, get you a more original sense of me, where I'm kind of my consciousness, my theory about O-sensei, consciousness, soul, spirit, we all have the capacity to bend space-time. That's what he learned, I think. You bend space-time, matter, and energy move. Oh, an energy river, good. Okay? We need space on this one, so we got one group of three, another group of three. Let's space. Okay? That's good. That's very good. That's a good roll. Yeah. Okay. So one of the key things is, when he's behind me, I keep him extended here. Okay. When he's behind, I keep extended this way. All right. When he goes behind again, I extend him a little past where he wants to go. Okay. Yeah. Send the shoot on. Okay. Grab it. 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 Okay. Go back. But we can go there. As you grab it over here. It's creating an energy loop or an energy. I would say use term energy. I would say, got it. Good. Boom. Now an energy. Boom. Whatever. If you pull out of it, you pull in the mental.
Yeah.
Quick motion. If from this way, I'm going to hit you in the groin until you escape. See what I mean? I go right here. I'm going to hit you in the groin. Get out of it. You see what I mean? Right. If you're thinking about it too mental, I feel it's a funny thing because it's not about fighting at all, but we lose the martial sense of it. We get a little too stupid. On the other hand, while you fixate on this punching somebody in the groin so they fall, then we also get kind of crazy. You see what I mean? But you know, one of the things, if he's coming this way, he's down there, boom. He's good enough. He gets out of there with a rope, right? Now I could cheap shot him, but you know that's not necessarily good training, right? I start to get into the darker, more destructive element of it, and doesn't do the world or me any good. Okay, to have a lot of stupid knowledge to make the world more dangerous than it already is, right? Let's go the other way. Okay? Cool. Oh. Now, what we can do a little bit right here is that with this motion here, he comes to grab. Yeah. Now, his intent is to, okay. Now, I have a funny jacket where one side is the jacket. I turn it inside out. It's a raincoat. Okay, in other words, okay, it's going to rain. I'll turn it inside out. Okay, so I'm in the other side. And now grab them. Good, 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 good. Now step back and yeah, it's a back ball. Okay. Okay. Now right about here, what is this? It's an energy spiral. If I can create an energy spiral, it's like a gravity wave. It's a gravity spiral. Okay. Okay. So a lot of ice, you know. I mean, the hard thing is, for example, if he's holding with weight, I try to move his weight. But, you know, I want to move his matter and energy. And you know, the thing that I won't touch the those and say it's very bright that way. I can do judo for 10 years in Japan and probably get a pretty good rank. Or I can do karate. He goes and sees those men and says, you know, I couldn't do that in 10 years. Yeah. And the other thing, the other famous Nadeau story, well, since I want to do Aikido like you, he says, that's funny, nobody else does. And so the docents I devoted most of his life to this point, he's still with us, trying to figure out those senses Aikido. Robert Fraser, the same thing. I was always glad. I mean, I was trained with some really wonderful Japanese teachers, and they sort of understood things. Even though it was very Japanese, more from a sense of slant, but it kind of turned a lot into religion, Shinto. And the Americans didn't, but that's because I'm in this one. Oh. Oh. Oh, we need to do something a little different there. Okay. Right. So, you know, what we, with that motion, for example, I'm coming through the other hand, turn your hip. Good, 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 good. So, it's on your jacket, and the inside of it is rainproof. You're going to turn it inside out when it rains. The other part is exactly the same. I come to grab this. Now you rotate your, good. Did you feel that motion right there? Yeah. I can't fall because I got all this equipment on. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to see the problem with martial arts. Now, if you think about what's going on, things get denser. Like mixed martial arts, it's all about confrontation. Okay. But I've seen videos of mixed martial artists. They're great in the ring, and they get attacked from the back. They don't know what to do. So at least we're giving you a rear sense. Okay? Huh? Okay? The other thing that I saw in this one video is that, you know, they're great in the ring, and then all of a sudden there was a multiple situation, and they get trampled. Or they're great one-on-one, somebody picks up a 2x4, and all of a sudden they're not used to it. They get whacked and they're in a coma. It's interesting that we cover all of those because martial arts came out of combat situations. Okay? So Aikido has kind of a martial sense to it. but it also exists almost at the opposite end of the spectrum. It's about consciousness. It's about understanding who I am enough so that I understand what the universe is about. I understand the harmony of myself enough, like the grounding is very important, we're working on. And therefore, the energy, the universe is also matter and energy, but it's orchestrated in the field of space-time. And Osensei's words, he said, there is no space or time. And the other thing is he is one with the universe, so his consciousness and the universe's ability, he to some degree, if the universe was a bus, he was a bus driver. Okay, you attack Osensei, the bus goes this way. You attack Osensei, the bus goes this way. Robert Fraser said it was eerie, you know, because all of a sudden he says, well, you throw me, and he's not a black belt yet. So Sensei said, when you get your black belt, I'll start throwing you. And, you know, Sensei starts using Fraser Sensei as a new kid. But he's totally mystified because everybody else has got strong technique or strong ki. His Exo Sensei, he just goes flying. And it took him, probably he and Nado Sensei had to have a conference on what's going on here. What he's doing is very different than the other teachers. He trained the other teachers. But yeah, they got strong technique and they worked on their ki. So they had strong technique and strong ki within their technique. What Osensei was doing was totally different. Okay? So, for example, here, she's new, but she comes in, grabs with her left, she comes around with her right, and I'm going to rotate. And all of a sudden, yeah, that's all. I'm going to move her weight. I'm going to try to move. No, basically, no different. Okay? So somebody new can do that. Now, for example, she comes down. I'm going to grab her, and then I'm going to grab her up. She turns the hip. Okay, yeah. And I can't really fall because I got all this crazy equipment on. Okay? You know, Nado Sensei heard from O Sensei, says, you want to do my Aikido? And nobody else did. Then he also told him, it's so easy. It's so easy. But he also said, I can't give it to you. You have to kind of figure it out and train. Okay? So what we're trying to do is understand Aikido, you know, more from the curvature of space-time. Well, Sensei said this, he says, Aikido is a study in gravitation. Okay? So if space-time curves, matter and energy move. Create an energy river, an energy spiral, an energy wave. Those are also, we reverse the word energy with gravity. Create a gravity wave, a gravity river, a gravity spiral. Okay? So we're just, if you can curve space-time, what can curve space-time? Spirit. It's a big term. When you have a great idea, spirit is giving you that idea, sort of. You know what I mean? When you do a great move, it's not, you know, because everything starts with your mind and the body follows it. But on the other hand, spirit can direct mind. In mind and body represent matter and energy to some degree. So spirit is something that, oh. So we start to think more like Mr. Einstein. Okay? I think Einstein and Osensei would have been great together. Let's go one more time. Add that spiral, that gravity spiral. Okay? Is this enough energy, movement for you? Is this enough movement for you? Okay, hold on. Okay, Aisha. We'll let this out. It's from, they're still doing okay, you know? The nice thing right there is to get up in motion. See what I mean? Well, Let me say it on camera. Okay, now once you're caught in matter and energy, wait. It's not. This is Bobby. Robert's a little better. Nado's a little better. By the time you get to Nado Sensei, he's working something maybe a little different. I think he sort of picked that up from Mo Sensei. You see what I mean? If I go here and stare at him, I got to move his way. And spirit's a big word, but in some sense, there's kind of an intercom system between spirit and the spirit in me. So, you know, I go here and I go, oh, okay, that's good. So getting that connection is a lot of why we're here. It's just very peaceful. It's inclusive. To some degree, it's very loving. You see what I mean? And we're both, I can't practice it. I can think about it and theorize about it and write equations about it. But the fact that we're in class and we're working out, it means that in some sense, we're working towards a larger truth. You see what I mean? Both of ourselves and how the universe works. Go again, come on. Now, what I would do a little bit right there. This hand's a little low here. No, that's not raise your hand. That's the fact that this is a more complex spiral that runs in both directions without losing a connection. Okay. Where is it blocked? Blocked in my mind. I'm trying to move. Okay. All of a sudden, we're going to switch dimensions right here. Okay. That's why I was going to say created this. Let's think an old stupid Marshall patterns. And guess what? The Republicans still are. All right. So go again with him. I just want yeah. Easy. All you did was shift your consciousness. Spirit and consciousness are close, they're not the same thing. If spirit starts to move, your mind clears and your body does what the mind's supposed to direct it to do, but you're one up. Okay, you got mind plus because you're in touch with spirit. Well, it's becoming this way, you're in touch with spirit. Okay. Well, you know, I mean, okay, over here. It's kind of sloppy, but what I'm really trying to say is things work out when spirit is right. I could be doing stronger technique or putting more key in the technique, but on the other hand, that's limiting. Am I ever going to be like Osensei that way? No. Do I want to be like him? No. Since he found his true self, I want to find my true self, and I'm doing as Osensei hard. So, okay, all right, okay. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. One way of looking at Aikido is a movement art. So today we kind of work a little bit more that movement aspect of it, okay? If you don't move, you can't learn it. But on the other hand, a lot of people just get caught up in movement. But, you know, one of the things is your mind directs your body. But when step mind, body plus, everything occurs in spirit, which directs the mind, which directs the body. So today we were kind of working that aspect. You know, some days we'll work a little more weight, okay? But on the other hand, I think the Do Sensei's observation was a good one. JKA Karate Studio, really good teachers. Yeah, I could have some of that after 10 years here. Kodokan Judo. Really fantastic teachers. I could have some of that. Oh, sensei, gee, what's he doing? You see what I mean? So Nado sensei kind of chose to major in the Aikido. He stopped the Judo. He stopped the karate training and specialized in the Aikido. Robert Frazier, he looked at him and he was a PhD in psychology from Harvard. He says, you know, there is no current psychology for that man. Because everything I've studied in psychology is psychosis, this mental illness. And he's so healthy, there's no psychology for it. So Robert Frazier kind of changed his behavioral emphasis, went into more what you would call transpersonal psychology, and opened the very first school, university in transpersonal psychology in North America. Huh? So they both, Nado Sensei opened a lot of schools, started Aikido going that way. Frazier Sensei took Aikido into higher education. I was always glad I started with those two because, you know, I went to Japan and it was very easy to get caught up in the Japaneseness of it. And Arnold Sensei told me, he says, Jack, I never thought Aikido, part of me never thought Aikido was Japanese because those Sensei talk so much about the universe. Okay, so today we were, you know, trying to understand maybe his Aiki universe by going more Einsteinian. I think he and Einstein would have gotten along great. Albert, you're still stumped on the unified field theory. Here, come on, let's work a little bit. I think I have something to show you here. Because really the unifying factor between, you know, the three physicists is consciousness. Consciousness go into the, you know, there are all these contradictions in quantum, but consciousness is conscious of them. If we weren't conscious, we wouldn't pick up that. Einstein, consciousness expands. We're still caught up in weight, so there's still Newtonian physics. But Sensei, I think, was the unified field theory. Could he have explained it to Einstein? I don't know, because it was being. Okay? I think he found more in common with mystics than he did after a while martial artists. But he was not himself his own mind a mystic. He was a scientist of the universe, emphasizing spirit. Okay? Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Let me not walk out with this. Oh. That is a class. Especially new people coming in who don't know names, so that everybody write your name on your face so that new people know who you are. It's much more hopefully new pieces. So the those are good input. That's been a request from on high. I'll just put it that. Okay.
This is the marker.
What?
This is the marker for them to use.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do it.
No, but tell them I
Oh.
have a marker.
Okay, there's a marker here. You want to use it? You want to do it with the first person and then put your words on the bottom. Okay, here we go.
Yes, yeah, I can see that.
Oh,
I know.
no.
That is, and he
So now I just hit that,
I don't know. What are you doing?
stopping it.
Okay. There you go.
And then I do want to stop the cloud recording, right?
Yeah.